All right, I press play. Are you ready to do this?
Yeah, playing.
Theme song, theme song, theme song.
This is what you get when wife gives you lemons.
Ooh.
Did I do it?
Yeah.
Did I make it right?
No, but it's okay.
Oh, damn it. I don't even know the title of this fucking thing.
You named it.
Did I?
Yeah. Oh, my Lord, child.
Am I a child?
Yes, you are a child. What was I going to tell you? I don't remember. Okay, fuck
Go.
life. I don't know. I didn't take any notes down because this week could take a leap through a flying donut for all the fuck I care. Fuck this week.
Par for the year?
It's been a week, and then it's been a day. It's my day off, and I had to kill 1 million ants, and it was awful. So fuck them. But I was, like, before I got on here, my computer updated something. Anyways, did you know you can get sex toys and murderabilia? And look, there is a...
Oh my God, that almost sounded like you were doing a read. You're like, did you know that you could get sex toys and murderabilia?
No.
If you come down here, it's on Sunset and Highland. It's brand new. We're opening next week. It's called Fuck Me Dead.
Ooh, did that just come off the top of your bald ass head?
I know, it could have been so much better.
It could have. Anyways, look, this dildo, it's a Ted Bundy dildo. It's called the...
Hillside Strangler.
No, it's called... that would be a pocket pussy. The Hillside Strangler, because it strangles your dick. I get it. All right, not with that look. Fine. Thank you, John.
And that's a swing and a miss for me. A swing and a miss for you. Strike is a strike. 1-1.
No, look, it looks like a humerus, and it's a dildo.
What in the fuck? What in the actual fuck?
Right? Look, it's called the Bundy, the Bun dildo.
But the way it looks, it almost seems like
it's
it's all head. So once it gets in, it's just like a plunger.
Well, maybe that's so gross. And it cost $125 and it's made of dragon skin silicone. What the?
And put in the code "wife and lemons" to receive your discount at 25% off. Free shipping.
Somebody's gonna try that, and they're gonna be all, "What the fuck, John? It didn't work." And then we're gonna know
that shit would be the funniest. We know who our one listener is.
No, but we would know who our one listener who would want a dildo from Ted Bundy. That's when, because it does.
And then we are not inviting him anywhere near our house.
Ew.
You don't have any of those, but do you have any John Wayne Gacy's? I'd love for a clown cock.
It makes the flute whistle or the slide whistle. It's all.
You start making music with it.
Do you remember when we went to the Death Museum?
That was rad.
That was crazy, huh? It had John Wayne Gacy's clown shoes and his handcuffs.
Dude, it was fucking crazy.
I was okay with most of it. I didn't go in the baby dead part.
No, I think we skipped that part.
You went in and told me not to go.
I think so, because I didn't want to go either, but...
You checked it out, and you were like, no, don't go. The one that creeped me out, though, was the coffin that had the hole in it, and you looked in it, and it was a mirror, so you're straight up looking at yourself in a coffin.
Yeah, it was kind of creepy. I don't know. If I had one that creeped me out the most, it was the freaking... Heavens... Was it the Heaven's Gate one?
Yeah.
Was that... No, it wasn't.
It was the one with the bunk bed, right? In the middle of it?
Yeah, but that wasn't the Heaven's Gate one. That was a different one. That was the one
Jones?
after. Yeah. I guess
it was the bald guy with the buggy eyes.
Yeah, I'll look it up, but it was one of those. Yeah, and it was crazy
because they had that bunk bed.
They had Nikes, so it wasn't in the fucking. They had Nike. They were all wearing Nikes. Remember, like the whole cult wore Nikes and white shoes and white pants and.
Yeah. But remember, they had one of their bunk beds. Like, it was one of the bunk beds.
Insane.
That was crazy.
I think that was the one that probably creeped me out the most.
The one that got me is when you turn the corner and they had the cardboard cutout of Charles Manson. That one, made me jump because he looked all beady-eyed and I was like...
Well, for me, I had just read that Helter Skelter book. So, for me, I was like... I knew that was I didn't know what it looked like, but I knew there was a section dedicated to that part of it. So I was I was waiting for it.
That was crazy. We went right after an author signing. So I was kind of on a crazy high. That was
Here, let's go look at dead stuff.
Here, Joy, you're not alive anymore.
No, that was a crazy thing. If anybody ever is out there, go check that out. If
Hopefully they
if
make
our 2
it.
or 3 listeners want to do that, they should absolutely check that out because that's cool as shit.
It'd be cool if they. I mean, that
when
was
the world opens up again.
Yeah, that was a really cool museum, and the death masks to me were really cool.
Right,
because
that whole G.G. Allen area was kind of wild.
That was wild. That you know what though. Before I even knew it, before he even admitted it, I knew Jason Rouse was a G.G. Allen fan. Like, you just looked at him and you're like, all right.
That edgy next level.
It's so funny because he's one of the nicest people. It's because he's Canadian. Like, he wants to be edgy, but he's still Canadian, so he's got to be nice.
He's got his edgy. He's you know what? He's going to do a lot more crazy shit than I'm going to do.
Oh, yeah. But you know what? He's never been mean to me. He was one of my first podcasts.
No, he's been nothing but kind.
But anyways, so these dildos, if anybody wants to check it out, it's...
so move on. What other dildos are in there?
I don't know.
I mean, they have... Okay, so now we know we have
the Bundildo.
We have the Bundy plunger.
And what is dragon skin? Do you know what?
I have no idea what dragon skin is.
Okay, wait.
I'm assuming it's kind of like scaly, like wants to be like kind of like scaly.
This is from the Cannibal Carnival. Update. We've contacted the designer of the Bundildo. I don't even know how to say that, for a statement about his work, and here's what we found out.
Plunger.
This dildo is sculpted by Cannibal Design FX Studio using a real human femur. Oh, it wasn't the humerus, it was the femur, to create the cast. The bottom was smoothed and polished for sexual usability.
Okay, hang on a second. So you know when somebody goes and they like have a heart transplant or something, and they're like, you get a letter, it's like, your husband's heart, Billy's heart was given to this person for, or somebody's like, Jason's femur was given to the bio lab to make dildos for
the FX lab.
And they're like, really? That's so great to know that his femur's going to live on in someone's pussy or asshole. I mean, come on, right?
I don't know if people would use it. I almost think like it would be like a conversation starter, like a coffee book. But
somebody's going to use it. Somebody's going to use it. If it can be, somebody's going to try to put it in them.
But somewhere. I wonder if the femur was from one of his victims. No, because that'd be a girl femur. That would be weird.
And that would be kind of creepy.
Well, that's where we draw the line.
It got creepy the second they did that, but then it would be really creepy. Like, this is Suzanne so-and-so's femur. She was fucking dropped from,
he fucking... say Suzanne Summers.
This is her thighs. Look how monstrous these thigh masters were. Remember she did the thigh master?
I do remember this. Look at the bottom.
She must have been the Kegel queen.
It was every box sold is signed and numbered by the designer. It
signed
says
and numbered. This one is 72. This was Suzanne Summers.
Why wouldn't you do 69? Come on, it was right there.
No.
I don't know. I wasn't.
Because I'm not going to 69 the femur, the plunger, the Bundy plunger.
But listen, it says, we have word. A future serial killer bust. Dahmer soon will be the first release.
Oh, shit.
And there will be a reprinting of the Cannibal Cookbook. Damn. I don't know. Like, I just pulled that up because I didn't write anything down for this week besides killing all of those ants and fighting with my aunt and fuck ants this week.
What did I do? I don't even remember what I did last week at this point. Now, I do know that I did something today that I was so excited about.
We should have started with this instead of the Bundildo.
So here's the deal. So my mom makes these chicken and dumplings, and growing up, me and my buddies, it was like the favorite thing to have. So I always thought it was like this like miracle thing to make, and I never even thought about making them. And then my mom's like, we're moving and stuff, and I'm like, fuck, I'm probably not even going to see my mom is never ever going to make me chicken and dumplings again. I need to learn how to do it. So I took it amongst myself to figure it out, talked to my mom, got to figure it out, and I freaking made my first batch of chicken and dumplings, and it was freaking pretty good.
It was delicious. No, I was very proud of you.
Now, there was a point. Mm-hmm. I was so excited about making this, and you were sitting there watching me make it, so you know how excited I was. Like a little kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Queso.
Yeah, I stopped doing that because you'd get mad at me every time you'd say it.
Because you did it every single time.
Because you said it, you're all queso. It's just like when you yell at Farley and go, right here. I mean, obviously, I'm going to say right now, there ain't no other place I want to be.
Well, there is no other place you want to be. It's right here,
Is it
right now.
There ain't no other place I want to be. Did I do that?
Anyway.
Sorry.
So, in the middle of making this, I'm making the chicken, and I'm shredding the chicken. And I swear to God, my mind goes, dude, you're doing it. And I go, yeah, I know. I was so freaking excited.
They were really good.
I was so happy I made them. And then I was like, you want some? And Kate Brody's like, yeah, they're not that good. I don't think they're all that great, Dad. And I'm like, you little motherfucker. Caleb's like, nah. Potato.
And then Tyler, did Tyler try them?
I think he had a bowl. I didn't get his feedback on it. I'll stab him later for it.
Okay. He's all worried because of his truck.
Well, that's yeah. So our son decides to take a road trip with his truck that has like 200,000 miles on it. A day road trip, like a 6-hour road trip.
They got to 4.
Yeah, got about 3.5, I guess, probably. No more than 4, and freaking broke a transmission.
He said it was a modulator.
Well, either way,
dildo.
The thing stopped shifting, stopped working, and then he ends up getting it towed back, all that good shit. But it's like, first thing I said was, dude, I told you that thing isn't road trip worthy. It's not ready. It's a local driver. I know now. Dude, you're fucking 19.
Well, Caleb was all, Mom, can you take me to my friend's house on Wednesday? And I was like, well, I leave for work at 1. And he's all, at 1. And I was like, well, I leave for work at 1. So you're either going to have to go before when Dad gets home at 2:30. And he's like, well, maybe I'll just ask Tyler. And I was like, Tyler's truck isn't working.
Well, I could always take him at lunch or something.
It has to be 1 because I told him I could get him there at 12. I don't know. You know how he is.
I know.
He's a stickler for...
some things.
Everything.
For anything, unless it's something for that bonuses him.
Oh, he was rough this week. He made me cry this week when he told me he didn't love me. And I know, like, it's what 14-year-olds say is, I don't love you. But I think all the stress of everything that's going on.
I know, right? A possible move and all this crap. It's not even possible at this point.
We're moving.
Happening. It's going to happen at some point here in the next 6 months.
It's a lot.
Most likely sooner, but 6 months. Sure. That's still something I'm trying to come to grips with.
I know, and then I think about how we're gonna have to clean this house, and it freaks me out. Like I just keep looking at it. I'm like, oh, that's gonna be so much work. And I also look at things, and I'm like, I don't want you. I need you. You have to come.
Oh my God, we're gonna have the emptiest house when we move into the other place.
I'm okay with that.
It's going to be like, where's your couch? It's on the carpet.
Our couch is the tile.
Here, let me put a sheet down. There's your couch.
Well, we have enough of those.
We'll set them up in like an L shape, so it looks like we have an L couch.
An L couch.
An L couch.
An L couch.
Yeah.
I was looking at couches, and it's funny because my friend was like, whatever you do, because you're going to want new things. She's like, don't go and spend a shit ton of money. And I was like, well, you have to think, too. My kids are still young. I'm not going to buy a $5,000 couch until my kids are gone. And I was like, no, I found like a $900 couch and was like, oh, this is pretty.
Are you serious? 900? I was thinking more like 600, 500. That's perfect.
You haven't looked at couches, but...
Big lots.
That's what I was looking at. But I'm going to tell you now, Andrea made a good point. Oh, shit. Yeah, I can say her name. It's cool. I just said her first name. Anyway, she made a good point, and because she goes to estate sales, and she's like, Joy, any of the big appliances you can get super cheap there.
All you have to do is flip the cushion over, the blood stain will be gone.
Maybe not a couch, but I'm thinking like dressers or stuff like that. Like we can go look at. This is super boring right now, right? Huh? Shut up.
God, I hope we run into the fucking Bundy plunger. How much for the Bundy plunger?
Like somebody's going to sell that.
It's used. You know what? I think I could get rid of it for $65.
And a Dahmer bust.
Do you have the whole? Do you have the whole collection?
Who's more good looking, Jeffrey Dahmer or Bed Bundy?
Oh, that's not even close because Dahmer was kind of a freak. He was like
who was he?
Dahmer was the one who would like. He had like intimate relationships with men. I mean, he was into that.
Oh, was he Wild Bill?
He was the one that was cutting them up and eating them and shit, like in the freezer.
Oh, so he was Silence of the Lambs.
And not really. He was fucking insane. Like he was serial killing these kids and eating them, basically.
Okay, I don't know that one. I know.
Look him up.
I know Ted Bundy.
Well, Ted Bundy was like a good-looking dude, and I know.
I don't think so. I just looked at him.
Well, in the 70s, that was like a good look. Like he came across very educated and very non-threatening. That was his big thing. See, like he got 2 girls in one fucking festival, one rock festival. 2 girls. Has a fake cast on his arm. Comes out of the bathroom and he has this little VW bug in this box. And he's like, he's struggling to get this thing in the box.
You know who he looks like?
Who?
He looks like. Do you remember that show? What is it? Da 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 da.
You think he looks like John Ritter?
No. His friend.
Oh, Larry.
Yes, he looks like his friend.
He does kind of look like Larry. I mean, he looks like a creep too, though.
He does. He's wearing a bow tie.
Yeah, but it was a different era.
Like an era.
It was a different.
Well, look at the bottom of it. Did you look at the bottom of it?
Well, you got to have some sort of freaking grip on that thing, so you.
Yeah. Oh my God! Could you imagine?
That looks like the Bundy plunger. So he got 2 girls in one festival by having a cast on his arm and asking them for help carrying a box to his car, and then as soon as he got them like to the car, he took them out, and then went back and got a second one. Yeah.
I don't know where
Spiral.
Yeah, super. I know.
It's been fine. I don't know. I think it's been fun.
It has been fun.
Did you have to leave the Bundy plunger up on the screen?
Sorry.
That's all I'm staring at is a gigantic Bundy plunger on your screen.
Well, we could keep going through Facebook and seeing. I don't know what's going on.
Facebook. We'll do our own Facebook rants.
Well, I also thought it would be cool, and you can shut this down. You're gonna shut this down. But since we named it like When Wife Gives You Lemons, like we could be like, well, what did you do this week? What gave you lemons and you turned it around? Like, did you have anything kind of shitty happen and you turned it around? Okay.
I lost you.
All right. Okay.
Do it again.
Well, okay. Is there?
I was trying to find something to talk about, and that we were starting to look at. I said, I don't know. Let me see if there's anything I could see up here real quick. And then you start talking, and then I just kind of zoned out.
Yeah, you did. Well, the doctors were in Cancun this week, so I was alone by myself in the office with just my patients, and Maria and I had lunch. Like nothing really happened. Except, I'm so overwhelmed with everything that's about to happen that I can't even, I'm not even having fun in life anymore. Like, I don't know. I killed all those ants. I'm tired. I didn't get to work out. It was just a shitty day.
Well, it's still early. I mean, you could always turn on your Kill Tony and jump on your elliptical for 10 seconds.
I'm tired.
So you did it.
I feel like ants are crawling on me. Like, have you ever got that where you're just like, oh my God, they're everywhere.
And you just had that creepiness all over you.
Yeah. And then my John Wayne, what was his name? Ted Bundy.
Yeah. John Wayne Gacy was the clown. He was a kids party clown guy.
And he made pop-up cards. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was such a cool, that was a cool museum.
Yeah, it was wild.
That was fun. I was going to say something. Shit. I was talking about it and now I don't remember.
See?
I know.
You don't remember either. You were just talking about how tired you were.
I know. My head's just kind of all over right now.
I know. I'm actually surprised the kids aren't fighting. As soon as they get a chance, they fight. Usually we hear them fighting by now.
They're bicker pusses right now. Oh my God.
Bicker pussies.
Pusses. I didn't say pussy. I said bicker pusses.
Did you have a stroke?
No.
And if I didn't have any visual, it would have sounded like you just stroked there. You're like,
I yawned. I yawned it. Oh, I know what I was going to ask.
Okay, I need to find the like, where did the first yawn come from? Where like somebody was like, oh, and they're like, ooh, that was like a yawn?
A yawny? No, I had a teacher. He was my anatomy and physiology teacher, Mr. Shine. He was fucking awesome.
Did you show you his anatomy?
He was awesome teacher. He was not Mr. Star. Mr. Star was the pervert.
He liked to see starfishes.
I told you how creepy he was, right?
Yeah.
When I wrote a poem.
Probably shouldn't say who they are, though.
I don't care. It's graduated 20 years ago. And he was a teacher in my dad's yearbook.
10 years ago? Oh, my God. I thought you were younger than that. All this time we've been together.
Pervert. Are you with Crystalia now?
No.
Getting me younger and younger. Anyways, he was a teacher when my dad was going to school. So he's done. I don't know.
He's dead.
He's probably.
He's fucking dead.
Or he's trying
dead.
to stick his fingers in the nurses. Like, he's nasty. Anyways, so I wrote this poem. And it was, when you're like a teenager and you're like, life is awful, it's so bad. So I wrote this poem, and they gave you the theme, and the theme was my life is like. So I wrote my life is like a bowl of ice cream. And it was straight up the most embarrassing, like, black fingernail polish. It was like cold but soothing to the touch, but shuddered at if had too much. And forgotten of and left aside in the corner they make me hide. It was like so. Oh, man.
Wow.
And I never forget this not doctor. Mr. Star came up to me and he goes, I can see how your life's like a bowl of ice cream. You're so sweet and soft and smooth. And I was all,
oh, my God. He was trying to groom you.
I was all, ew.
He was trying to groom you.
Well, it's funny because like me and it was Eleanor.
I've learned so much about. I just went through a sexual misconduct training and shit at work where they do the whole thing. And I'm like, oh, my God. He was grooming you. He was trying to isolate you.
Well,
once he isolates you, he gets your trust. And once he gets your trust, bam, there's a cock in your face.
Anyways, me and the girls, it was like Eleanor and a couple other girls, and we all giggled. We're like, ew. And it wasn't till like maybe 10 years later, 5 years later, I was all, oh my God, that was so inappropriate.
Right.
It's so inappropriate. So you're so sweet and soft and smooth. I was like, ugh. It's gross.
I had this counselor one time when I was in high school.
I love these stories.
And she was sitting. Okay, so when I walk in the office, I was at the counter of the office, and if I look to my right, this is a little school, and I look to my right, and I could see in her office, and her door's open. And she's sitting there, and she was like the super hot chick, for like us being like 16. Or 17, 18-ish, right in that area, and she was probably like late 20s. You know what I mean? Very well taken care of. You know what I mean? She's like a tax bracket lady. You know what I mean? She's like a vice principal, like an assistant principal. She's making good money. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Her and her husband and shit. So I look over, and she was always dressed nice, and she had the skirt on. And I looked over, and her legs were apart, and I was looking straight up her skirt into her panties. And as like a 17-year-old kid, and you're like, oh, I must have looked like a deer in fucking headlights. Because I didn't move, and I didn't take my eyes away. So long that at some point, I go, oh shit, and I like kind of come to, and I look, and she's looking at me. She's still sitting in the chair. She has not closed her legs, and she is staring at me, and she smiles, and then gets up and shuts the door.
She was grooming you.
My pillow was ruined that night.
Why your pillow?
Because it was the first thing that came in. Whatever was going to get it. It could have been a hole in a freaking grapefruit.
So... We've done that.
No, you tried that.
You didn't like it.
No, there's that grapefruit BJ thing. It was awful.
I know it was. You hated it. The juice was all running down your butthole. I was afraid you were going to get ants.
Last thing I want is fucking mango butthole.
It wasn't a mango. You don't know your fruit. Anyways, I bet having sex with a mango is a lot better than a grapefruit.
Okay, my grapefruit butthole, it's all sticky. That's
I know.
The last thing I want.
I was like, oh my God, I gave my husband ants.
And they eat all the debris off of it.
Oh, okay.
Too far?
Yeah. Shit. What was it? I remember once when I was little, I was at my uncle's ex-wife's house, but they were still married at the time. And I walked in on somebody. I don't know. It was like a cousin or a friend. And she was a chick. But she had this huge bush. And for some reason, I was like, oh, shit, I thought that girl was a boy. I thought that was a boy. I thought that was a girl. But for some reason, bush equaled man.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, shit, that's not a girl. That's a boy. And like I closed the door. And for the longest time, like bush equaled boy.
Man, you were fucking...
My parents...
We were just talking about Big Bush the other day at work. We were laughing because I said something, because one of the guys I work with, in his 60s, and I was like, that kind of bush you grew up with, dude. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, and I remember seeing that when I was a kid. My mom's friends are giant bushes hanging out the side of their fucking swimsuits and thinking, oh my God, I see her pussy hair.
Do you remember?
And it was awful.
When your dad thought I was that naked chick? It was a long time ago.
Some porno or something?
There was a girl standing in front of a door. She kind of looked like me, but she had this ginormous bush. And I guess because he caught like somebody you're related to, I'm not going to say who, in a porn.
Right.
So he was all joy, and I'm all, what? And he's all, is this you? And I'm all, first of all, fuck you. I'm way, way more well-groomed than that. And second of all, no.
Wait a second. Scroll down. Okay, maybe.
Does she have a Batman tramp stamp? Because that would be the kicker. No. But when I was talking about Ted Bundy just now, a while ago, like 20, 30 minutes ago, I said, what did I say? Bed Tundy or something like. Have you ever done that? Where you like switch up the...
Oh, yeah.
Because my parents had friends and their name was Patty and Sid. And I swear to God, I'd always call them City and Pad. I was like, oh, it's City and Pad. We're going to City and Pad's house.
I was working on an actor's house one time. George Wendt. Norm from Cheers.
Oh, okay.
And he was a nice guy. I only talked to him for like a half a second, but he was totally nice. And I got nothing bad to say, but nothing bad to say about the guy. But so I was working at his house, and I'd been there for like 2 weeks doing this custom job. And as I'm working on the front door, he's eating breakfast in his little kitchen thing, and this FedEx guy comes and he knocks on the door, and I happen to be there because the door was open. So I thought, oh, okay, I'll grab it for him. I'm right here. So I squeak around the kitchen. I'm excuse me, Mr. Peterson. and I go, oh! And I stop and I go, Mr. Wendt, I'm sorry. I go, the FedEx guy, and he goes, no, that's cool. Just drop it off right there. And I was like, I'm sorry. He said, it's okay. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I just called him Mr. Peterson. I'm sure it happens so much to that poor guy.
Well, I remember when Brandy, I think she was on...
I did party with his stepson after that, though.
Oh.
In their backyard.
Who else? You did the Poison dude, too, Brett Michaels.
I hung out with him one night. He bought a go-kart from a place I was working on, and I hung out with him at his place, and just for like an extra hour, maybe, and had a couple beers with him, and just BS'd. And he was actually really nice.
Did you ever tell your sister that? Because she's got a total clip boner for him.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, as a matter of fact, when I went over there, it was when his daughter wasn't even born yet. His girlfriend at the time was just found out, and he goes, dude, I'm having a baby.
You're a dumbass.
He goes, you're only like the third person to know that besides my girlfriend and myself. And I was like, oh shit, look at me. And then he walked me around and showed me his house. He's like, this is where the baby's room is going to be. And this is like, he gave me a tour. We had a couple beers. I sat on the like taxi bike that he does in all the videos, and I was just hanging out BSing with him. Gold records just laying in his garage. It was crazy. And then I saw Cribs, and they were doing his house, and he's like, this is the baby's room. I'm, oh, shit, I know that. Me and Brett were boys.
For a day.
Right. It was funny because, I mean, he was really cool, and I mean, obviously I'm probably wore out my welcome really fast because you're like, hey.
I think I did that at Bert Kreischer's house. I didn't mean to, but I was talking, and they had a really big bull mastiff who I kind of fell in love with immediately. So I was all, puppy! And I think they were like, fucking leave our dog alone, you crazy bitch, and leave. But I was like, puppy! In fact, they just posted that she passed away, and that made me sad because she stayed in the man cave while I gave Bert and Leanne their massages. And I was like, oh my God, I love this dog with its teeth all hanging. Oh, so cute. So cute.
So other than that, that's been an exciting week, I guess.
Has it?
Yeah, so far, I suppose.
You don't sound very exciting.
Well, last week, I mean, it was hot. It was freaking hot.
This week was hotter.
So far, it's only Monday.
Well, last week. Okay, all right. Anyways.
I was talking about the hot week.
So the doctors, right. Okay, so you know how the doctors lock the, or I can't get the air conditioner to move, right? Well, when the doctors went to Cancun, they forgot to, like, lock it. Now, I didn't touch it. All I did was turn it on and turn it off. But it was so cold in the office because it was set for when they're there. And I was like, oh, and every one of my patients are all, did you figure out how to unlock it? I was like, no, they forgot to change it. Every one of my patients were like, this is so nice. And I was like, man, oh my God. I'm like, do you need an extra sheet? Are you chilly right now? Do you want me to put the table warmer on? Oh, it's so
like
nice.
I was saying about, I told you today, they're doing like this new, because of the online schooling and stuff. They're doing all this online or drive-through registration setup at school. And we're, since I'm the maintenance custodian guys, we're all hanging out, and they're like, we get off at 2:30, and at 2:00 they're like, yeah, we're done. Can you guys come help us put everything away? And then we go up there, and then it was just me and one dude. We put everything away. Like, they put all their paperwork away, but like the chairs, tables, and all that stuff, they're just like, okay, yeah, they got it.
You're gonna have to do that like the rest of this week because registration is.
Oh, we've already started. We started on Friday.
Oh,
Senior started Friday.
Senior started today for Caleb.
Right, so it goes senior after Friday. It went senior. Today it went juniors, and then tomorrow will be sophomores. Then it'll be freshmen, and the last one, and then there's a makeup day at some point. But that shouldn't be.
There's a makeup, yeah. I know.
Shouldn't be too bad. But trust me, I get all this info too. I'm like, oh, if you want something to know about district, I got you. I'm not telling you what district either.
I have a lot of teachers who I massage who are just like so ready to go back. They're like, I don't want to do this.
But yet, all the William S.
Nope.
They all, like, most of them decided that they didn't want to go back yet. So they're taking advantage of the time. I mean, hey, you know what? If you're going to take it, if you can, why not?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's just it's going to be hell with these
but you
children.
Know what? I'm telling you right now, you're going to start hearing. There's going to be rumbles of shit happening in like September, October, and by the time the election rolls around, somebody's going to look like a fucking superhero. One side or the other is going to look like a fucking superhero. And by January, we're all fucking COVID out of this fucking bitch. And by summer, we're pretty well back into a fucking shitty life of masks. But we'll probably have to wear masks for another year. But I think we'll have some sort of control on it by January.
See, I don't mind masks. I mean, it does suck when I'm massaging and I have to wear them because I get like acne around it, and that sucks because I'm too old for that. No, I'm not having a stroke. Oh, I was going to tell you something, but you went off on your little weird tangent. Oh, I'm going to be the school bully, by the way.
Okay.
Because we're homeschooling. I'm going to be the school bully. I'm also going to have sex with the principal. That's you.
Sweet.
And I'm just going to flick the kids in the forehead. It's going to be...
Oh, and I'm bringing them a couple of desks.
Yeah.
I'm borrowing a couple of desks so they can be homeschooled properly.
That's okay.
They are going to hate us.
I know. I keep going to that old adage, like, if they say they hate you, you're doing something right. I mean, I'm fucking mother of the year this week because they've said it.
They've all hate you.
They all hate me, so I'm doing something right. So,
keep telling yourself that.
I am. That's all I do because I don't sleep anymore. Oh, the earthquake.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Fuck you.
I slept.
So, okay. So I have to tell you. Okay, so it was. I can tell you exactly because I can't sleep anymore because I'm stressed as hell. And at 4:15, I finished a book. I bought it at like 10 and finished it at 4:15. And then I scooted down so my feet could hang off the bed. And I was getting ready to fall asleep. And I was all snoogled in. And then it felt...
Did you say snoogle?
No.
You fucking said snoogle.
I was all snuggled in. I didn't say snoogled. Anyways, did I? Anyways, it felt like somebody ran and like tackled our house. Like it didn't feel like a car hit it, but it felt like a person hit it.
Right.
And I was like, what the fuck? And then like our windows started making this crack noise, like, and I'm like, what is going on? And then we started moving. So the noise got me. I was like, what? So I woke you up. By the way, dogs did not move. Did not move. So
it was just a little one.
I woke you up and I was like, John, we're having an earthquake. And you went, and then you went back to sleep. And then you woke up like 5 seconds later and you're all, did you just say we were having an earthquake? I was like, yes, the earth is moving. The earth moved. And then your stupid ass goes, I have 30 more minutes to sleep before I have to get up for work. So fuck you. The earth moved. The earth moved.
Well, I mean, it was a 4.
It didn't feel like a 4.
I know. Earthquakes are terrifying.
And it wasn't like, you know how the one on the 4th of July last year,
Just
that one
rolled.
That one made me dizzy. Like I thought my eyes were out of focus. I was like, fuck, am I that tired? No, this one like was jolty. It scared. That one scared me.
It's kind of more violent.
The other ones didn't scare me as much.
That was definitely more like the Northridge one for 94 for
Which,
us. It was a little more violent like that. That's what if I had to describe that one, it was like somebody had picked the house up and slammed it into the ground just long enough for you to go, what the fuck was that? And then it repeatedly did that for about 35 seconds.
That's terrifying. This one, I don't know. That's why this one scared me.
Seconds. Yeah, it was terrifying. And that's why I always tell the kids to go a certain direction out of the house because of power poles and all that stuff.
Well, also, it's 2020, and 2020 hasn't been the greatest year. So I was really expecting bad things to happen.
Oh, no shit. Well, hey, it ain't over. We're just half past
2020.
We're halfway through 2020.
We're at 20 now. We're done with the first 20. Now we're in the second 20.
We're working on the second half of that 20 right now.
Can you believe Caleb's going to graduate 2024? That's so fucked up in my head. That's crazy.
Not very far away.
No. And then, you know what it reminded me of when you rolled over and was like, did you just say... It was reminded me of when I had leg cramps.
And I told you...
Remember what the doctor said.
No, shut the fuck up so I can go to sleep.
Well, you were such a dick. So, when I went to the doctor, I was pregnant with Caleb. And the doctor's like, oh, have you been having any leg cramps? And I was like, no, but I have a straight A body. So my body's like, fuck, we haven't done that yet. We got to do that. I'm not kidding you. That night we went to bed and my leg cramped. And I woke up John. And this is when he was still drinking. And I was like, John. And he's like, what? And I'm on my leg and I'm fat. I've got a big baby inside me. And he goes, remember what the doctor said? And then rolled over and went back to sleep. Like the biggest douche in the world.
I'm known for my class.
And then all I could think of is, okay. Like I wasn't going to leave you until you had a leg cramp. Like I knew for a fact we were in this relationship until at least you had a leg cramp, and you did. It was like 3 years later. Yeah. And I was all, remember what the doctor said? Oh, so much. That was just,
Yeah, but it wasn't as good.
It was delish.
Had some, but it wasn't nearly as good.
It was delish.
Like my chicken and dumplings.
Your chicken and dumplings.
They were fucking delish.
There's this website called Delish. Have you heard of it?
Fuck, I'm so stupid.
You mean delish?
You know what's funny is as soon as you say it and you look at it, yeah, you know that, and you already put it out there.
You're already
like,
dumb.
Oh, fuck.
All right, well, we are at 4:39. Do you want to stop here?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. That's good enough, yeah.
Is that good enough?
That means you might as well stop on while we're still having fun.
Okay. All right. Well, we didn't fight this week. I didn't have to pause it.
Do you want to?
No, I'm hot. We need to take a shower. There's ants crawling on me. I feel it's...
Oh my God, it's so hot.
It's so hot.
I'm going to fucking die right now. I feel like I'm in the desert.
You are kind of.
I feel like I'm in desert.
Do you know, I told Scotland once about how hot it gets here in Santa Clarita, and he was like, that's not even how close Scotland I forget what it said. He's like, you're high. He goes, you're like little high. Never mind. I don't remember what it was.
So what was his point? Was it like they're hotter there?
No. Like they don't even get close to where we get.
Right. Their high is like 70s.
Yeah.
They're like, it is a sweltering day.
78 degrees.
77. Fuck, I wish I had AC.
Did you know their country, their animal? I don't know what it's called. The animal, like their state animal. It's not a state though. Whatever.
Their country.
Their country animal is a unicorn. Straight up, now tell me where you can really go.
I don't even know. I don't even know I have anything for that.
All right.
Like, why would you have that? It's a fucking fictitious animal. It's not even real.
Well, maybe Scotland's fake.
A serial killer?
He's not a serial killer. Don't say that. What if he listens?
He'll go, your husband said that? He already knows that. You've told him I've said that.
No, stop. He's a nice person.
I'm not dissing him. I just think it's funny. I always thought it was funny. When you guys started having conversations, I always thought it was funny.
All right, we're going to end on there. Do we do a theme song at the end?
No disrespect, Scotland guy. Don't kill me.
Kill him with the Ted Bundy plunger.
I want to thank the Ted Bundy plunger for coming on today.
That was a good episode. He represented us well.
He worked hard. You know, he really plunged deep today. He's it was a team effort, and we worked real hard for it. We got to play some Clue. They called me, and they were like, listen.
Oh, my God.
You've been winning a lot.
Oh, my God.
You are our star player.
I'm never going to play Clue with you again.
And, I'll have to get back on the horse. It was like 3 out of the last 4, if you really want to get crazy.
Anyways, on that note, he's going to go thank his sponsors. He actually told our 9-year-old that the dice that he was playing with were his sponsored dice, and my 9-year-old went to reach for him to roll when we were playing Clue, and then like took his hand back like, oh, I can't touch Dad's dice.
Brought to you by Clue.
All right. Goodbye.
I want to thank my sponsors again. Clue for sticking with me. Colonel
Hasbro.
Mustard. Mr. Plum, Mrs. Plum, whatever your name is. Mrs.
You were Peacock.
Mrs. Peacock. I really appreciate the cock peak.
Goodbye.
Have a good day.